Mathematics of Einstein's Paradox. Advances on the book Logic in the Universe, which are referred to the formula translation of Einstein's paper of 1905 on the electrodynamics of moving bodies. Text taken from that document will be shadowed. The approach of Poincaré and Einstein was that Galileo's relativity does not contradict the constancy of the speed of light and can be integrated into a new principle of relativity that includes electromagnetic phenomena. Therefore, any attempt to contradict this constancy is completely unacceptable. Let L be the length of a rigid bar at relative rest frame and L prime be the length of the same bar in relative inertial motion. Let us take t and t prime as the time light takes in traversing the static and the relatively moving rod respectively. Given the constancy of the speed of light, the following relations should hold. Einstein tells us that the contraction factor is 1 minus v over c squared to the square root. Let us call the contraction factor Einstein's factor. Then we obtain the following function. E of v is equal to the contraction factor. This factor is dimensionless since v and c cancel their measurement units. E at v depends solely on v since c is constant. What is most important to us is that E of v does not depend on the elapsed time. It depends solely on the speed. Given the constancy, the following relation should hold. The first two terms of the equation on page 10 agrees with t prime equal t times the Einstein factor. If we subtract the constructed value from the value at rest, we will have how much the variable decreased. We have for the length L sub d expressed in centimeter, and for the time t sub d expressed in second. Let us call 1 minus E of v the decreasing factor. Like E of v, this factor is dimensionless. When v equals 0, E of v equals 1, and 1 minus E of v equals 0. Then for v equals 0, there is no decrease in length or delay in time. Now the article on page 11 tells us that the moving clock is slow by decreasing factor seconds per second. There is no transformation that can change the unit of measurement of a physical entity. Adding this unit of measure proposed by Einstein to the formula of the constancy of the speed of light, we have Einstein proposition contradicts the constancy of the speed of light and is totally unacceptable. This change in units of measurement has enormous consequences. A clock that is delayed t sub d second every second will be physically and permanently behind. With these units of measurement, the clock will be behind n t sub d second after n second. If we accept this proposition, it will lead us to the equation C equal LD over N times t sub d. This means that the speed of light is not constant, but depends on the duration of the experiment. Einstein explained his idea in detail. You can stop the video to read it. If the delay is t sub d measured in seconds, the delay disappears when v becomes 0. These are the implications of changing the units. The permanent physical delay is unacceptable because it is a consequence of incorrect measurement units and contradicts the constancy of the speed of light. This position of Einstein remembers what is known as Lorentz local time. But Lorentz time is not relativistic. Larmor even speaks of how the atoms are physically deformed. Einstein was a romantic. This led him to devote his time and life to his idea of unifying all physical fields. He fell in love with the beauty of Lorentz local time, but in doing so, he forgot about logic and mathematics. Or is he laughing at us? I believe the latter. We have shown that relativistic time contraction does not accumulate, as Einstein suggests. Once movement stops at any time and anywhere, the length and time contraction disappear. One last word. Anyone that has demonstrated experimentally that time contraction accumulates, he has just demonstrated that the speed of light depends on the length